9 sporting events, were provided yesterday. And from those 9 sporting events, we won 7 of those, losing just 2 of them. Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Football Prediction podcast show, where we bring you, football prediction, sport betting tips that will help you increase your chances of winning significantly. The pillars of what we do here are just 2, and those are providing you with insights about every event that we come up with, and safe market option, which is an expression of our opinions, as far as outcomes from those events go. So if it's the first time we're coming across the channel, we're inviting you to hit the subscribe button to become a part of this amazing family of sports traders that we are growing on here. Call them savvy sports traders because they have information about what they're getting themselves into every single day they come here, to get sports betting tips. They don't just get the tips and the safe market options, they also have information so they can make their mind of their own also. I'd like to ask you guys to take 1 second of your time. It is free to hit the like button to show support to the channel. Thank you to our returning subscribers. Really appreciate the show of support and the love in way of your likes that you provided and your subscriptions. It really means a lot to us that we are growing. Do not forget to turn your notification bells on also so you become the first to know when we post something of value on the channel, which we always try to do every single day, and you don't miss out on important updates on this journey to beating the odds. So welcome back. My name is Hooker and I am your host, your humble host on this daily podcast show where I bring you, the events and insights as prepared by the team to help you make better informed decisions. So today we have 20 sporting events carefully selected, for you guys, with insights and safe market options as we always do on the channel, as it's a tradition here, to help you make the best selection possible and increase your chances of winning during the weekend especially. So take the time to watch this video to the very end and go with the picks that you agree with. All right, guys, because there will be information, insights that you need to vet before you go out there to do what you do every single day. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get right into the events that we have for today. First is the game between Luton and Leeds United, and here's insight about these sporting events for those who are looking to back it today.
Leeds is still very much in contention for the title, and given their strong performance on the road, they are anticipated to assert their dominance at Kenilworth Road. Earlier this season, the Whites secured a convincing 3-0 win against Luton, and with the home team facing difficulties, another impressive display seems likely. Leeds' offensive strength is expected to overwhelm Luton, making an away victory a solid choice.
So given that report that we have there about that event, we think that the safe way to play that would be to go with the away team draw no bet at another 1.23 in that sporting event. Next is the game between Monza and Como. And here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Como's recent difficulties in matches stem not from a lack of scoring but from an inability to maintain their leads. In the last 4 games, they have lost points after being in winning positions, a concern that Cesc Fabregas will want to rectify. As they prepare to take on one of the league's weakest teams, Como will be looking for an improved performance. Monza has allowed the first goal in their last 2 encounters with Como, a trend that has been evident in several of their recent games.
So given that report that we have there, we think that over 1.5 goals to be scored here will be the safe way to play this one today if you're looking at backing it at another 1.33. Next is the game between Polokwane City and Orlando Pirates from South African Premier League. And here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Polokwane City faced a challenging period leading up to the international break, going 7 league matches without a victory. Their struggles were evident as they failed to find the back of the net in 6 of those games. Conversely, Orlando Pirates are seen as the favourites, having performed better in the Betway Premiership with 7 points from 3 matches. They have a strong track record in this matchup and enter the game on a 2-match winning streak.
Given the report that we have there, we think that the safe way to play this would be to go with an away draw no bet at another 1.27 in that sporting event. We had this Orlando Pirates game playing at CONCACAF some days ago, and they're still away today. So you want to take note of that, okay? So we still think that they can be able to, win this sporting event today, given how they know how to see off games. All right. Next sporting event is between Gothenburg and Hamstad. And here's insight about our sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Both teams have had disappointing starts to the season and will be looking for a turning point in this match. Nevertheless, we anticipate that Gothenburg will leverage their home field advantage and the strength of their squad to claim all 3 points. In their last 9 encounters, the two teams have consistently produced low-scoring results. Given that both sides have faced challenges in their offensive play during their initial matches, we predict another low-scoring game.
So given the report that we have here about the sporting event, we think that under 4 goals will be seen in the sporting event today at another 1.20 in that one. Next sporting event we have is the game between Mainz and Hoson Kyle. And here's insight about that sporting event for those who are looking for information about that today.
They appeared overwhelmed during a 1-3 defeat against Borussia Dortmund on Sunday afternoon, conceding too many significant opportunities to their opponents at Signal Iduna Park. Despite this setback, Mainz remains in a strong position in the race for a top 4 finish and a spot in next season's UEFA Champions League, currently sitting 2 points ahead of Borussia Mönchengladbach in 5th place. On the other hand, Holstein Kiel finds themselves in a challenging predicament at the bottom of the Bundesliga table. They suffered a 0-3 loss at home to Werder Bremen last week, managing to register no shots on target throughout the match. This defeat has left them 5 points adrift of Heidenheim, who occupy the relegation playoff position. Time is running out for Marcel Rapp and his team, who urgently need a surprising victory to secure crucial points for their survival.
So given the report that we have there, we think that, the home team to win either of the halves will be the safe way to play this one today at another 1.24 in that sporting event. Next is the game between Leipzig and Hoffenheim. And here's insight about that sporting event for those who, would like to back it.
Leipzig dismissed head coach Marco Rose following a lackluster season that deteriorated further with a defeat in the DFB Pokal semi-final. Interim manager Jot Low faces significant challenges as the team still aims for a top 4 finish. Meanwhile, Hoffenheim urgently needs points to avoid the threat of relegation. Although the two teams are in different standings, Hoffenheim has a strong opportunity based on their recent performance against Leipzig.
So given that report that we have about that sporting event, it is safe to say that giving Hoffenheim 3 goals advantage going into that sporting event at another 1.22 will be the safe way to play that one today, given Leipzig's, problems and Hoffenheim's need for the points today. Next sporting event we have is the game between Heidenheim and Bayern Leverkusen. And here's insight about this sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Bayer Leverkusen suffered a humiliating midweek loss to Arminia Bielefeld, becoming the 4th Bundesliga team in DFB Pokal history to fall to a third-tier opponent. Coach Xabi Alonso will undoubtedly seek prompt explanations, which suggest an offensive response is on the horizon. In their previous encounter, Leverkusen triumphed over Heidenheim with a score of 5-2. Although Heidenheim has shown some improvement lately, they have consistently allowed goals against higher-ranked teams at this location.
So given that report that we have there, we think that over 1.5 goals will be scored in this sporting event today. That is 2 goals to be scored here at another 1.21 in that sporting event. Next is the sporting event between Huddersfield and Mansfield Town. And here's insight about that sporting event for those who would find it interesting to put back today.
Huddersfield Town desperately requires a win to start turning their luck around as the playoff race enters its final phase. Although they haven't demonstrated much progress under Waddington so far, we believe the Terriers will leverage their quality to secure all 3 points at home. Mansfield's defense poses a significant worry for the visitors. They have allowed goals in each of their last 10 away matches in League One and have conceded a total of 30 goals on the road this season, averaging 1.50 goals per game over 20 matches.
So given that report that we have, we think that the home win or draw will be the safe way to play this one if you're looking at back in that sporting event today at another 1.24 in that one. Next sporting event is between Birmingham and Barnsley. And here's insight about that sporting event taking place today for those who wish to back it.
Birmingham, having gone 20 League One home matches without a loss, will be very confident about defeating Barnsley at St Andrews this weekend. Barnsley is currently experiencing a 6-match winless streak and lacks a permanent manager, which makes it difficult to picture them securing an away win in the second city.
All right, so given that report that we have there, we think that, Birmingham to win this game today will be safe, and we're going with that option basically at another 1.37 in that sporting event. Next is the game between Ipswich Town and Wolves, and here's insights about the sporting event taking place today for those who will be looking to back it.
Head coach Vitor Pereira can take satisfaction in his team's solid control and robust defensive display during their 1-0 victory against West Ham on Tuesday night. The match was closely contested, with both teams managing only 3 shots on target combined at Molineux Stadium. The Wolves now hold a 12-point advantage over Ipswich Town, who find themselves in the relegation zone, and it would take a remarkable turnaround for the Tractor Boys to avoid dropping back to the Championship after just one season in the top tier. Ipswich has been struggling significantly in recent months, earning only 2 points from their last 10 league matches. Kieran McKenna's side approached the midweek clash with Bournemouth following a disappointing 2-4 home loss to Nottingham Forest in their last match before the international break.
So given that report that we have there, we think that the away team to win or draw will be a safe way to play this one today at an odd of 1.44. So these can be our value bet for today. We've had 3 of those winning consecutively. Yesterday we had that game between Estoril over 1.5 at 1.4 and ended 3-0. Before that we had Luzern win or draw at 1.41, and that happened. So we keep calling those value bets from time to time. So you want to take note of that, okay? So here's a gentle reminder, for you guys to take 1 second to hit the like button, and hit the subscribe button if first time coming across the channel and you like what you've seen so far. This is how we do it every single day. And do not forget to turn your notification bells on so you'll be the first person to know when we post, our daily series basically. Okay, guys? So moving on, next sporting event we have is the game between Bodo Glimt and HamKam. And here's insight about that sporting event from the Norwegian league today.
Bodo/Glimt will face off against HamKam at Aspmyra Stadium on Saturday, as both teams aim to maintain their winning streaks. The defending champions kicked off their title defense successfully with a 1-0 victory over Bryn. They have been impressive at Aspmyra Stadium, currently on a 2-match winning streak in all competitions, and will be eager to extend that run. On the other hand, HamKam began their season positively with a 2-1 win against Kristiansand at Briskeby Arena. They will aim to build on that success in this challenging away match, but they will encounter a tough opponent in Bodo/Glimt. Bodo/Glimt has kept a clean sheet against HamKam in their last 2 encounters at Aspmyra Stadium. Considering their solid defensive display in the season opener, it is likely they will maintain that trend in this game.
So given the report that we have there, we think that the home team will be able to win this sporting event today at an odd of 1.26, and that's what we're going with in that sporting event. Next is the game between Real Madrid and Valencia, and here's insight about this sporting event taking place today for those who will be looking to back it.
Real Madrid staged a remarkable comeback in the second half to secure a 3-2 win over Leganés, keeping their championship aspirations strong. They continue to excel at Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, holding the top home record in the league with 37 points from 14 games. Conversely, Valencia has shown improvement, recently achieving a 1-0 victory against Mallorca. Nevertheless, their performance on the road is concerning, as they have not won any of their last 4 away matches, presenting a tough test against the defending champions.
So given the report that we have there, it is safe to say Real Madrid should be able to win today at another 1.34 in that sporting event, and that's exactly what we're going with. Next sporting event is between PSG and Angers, and here's insight about this sporting event taking place today for those who are looking for insight about it today.
PSG requires just 1 point to secure their 13th championship title in France. This match shouldn't pose a threat to the league leaders. However, they should be concerned about not keeping a clean sheet in their last 5 league games. This issue has contributed to each of those matches featuring more than 3.5 goals. Their weekend opponents have allowed at least 3 goals in 3 of their last 5 League One encounters, suggesting we can anticipate a high-scoring game.
So given the report that we have there, it is safe to say PSG should be able to win today at another 1.16. Okay, so this one will be like this because we just leave this out here to be like a filler. If you have, your slip that you're carving, you could just put this in there, slide that in to just, go with. Although we think that a better option would be to go with like over 2.5 PSG win or over 2 and over 2.5 or just over 3.5 goals or over 3 goals. There will be goals in this one today. But to be on the safe side, because it's safety first on the channel, we'll be going with home win or draw here at another 1.16. Okay, guys. Next sporting event is between Parma and Inter. And here's insight about this sporting event taking place today for those who are looking to back it.
Inter Milan comes into this match having won their last 4 encounters against Parma. Fatigue could be a consideration, as Simone Inzaghi is likely to make changes to the starting lineup in preparation for the Champions League quarter-final against Bayern Munich. As a result, we anticipate a slightly less vigorous performance from the defending champions. Nevertheless, they remain strong favorites, boasting 4 wins and a draw in their last 5 league matches.
So given the report that we have there, we think that it is safe to say that an away draw no bet will be the safe way to play this one today at an odd of 1.20 in that sporting event. Next sporting event we have is the game between Werder Bremen and Eintracht Frankfurt. And here's insight about this sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Eintracht Frankfurt is preparing for an upcoming Europa League quarter-final against Tottenham, but they must focus on their match against Werder Bremen first. With an opportunity to secure a Champions League spot for next season based on league standings, Eintracht is determined to secure a victory against Werder. The visitors still have a slim chance of qualifying for Europe, but their recent performance has hindered their momentum.
So given the report that we have there, we think that over 2 goals will be seen in this sporting event today at another 1.22. Okay, guys. So if we see 2 goals, you get your stakes back. But if the goals go more than 2 goals, then you win this one. That's the way we decided to play this one safe in that sporting event. Next sporting event is between Twente and Fortuna Sittard. And here's insight about this sporting event for those who will be looking to back it.
Twente has established itself as one of the most reliable teams in the Dutch top division this season, boasting an almost flawless home record throughout the campaign. In contrast, Sittard has struggled with inconsistency since the start of the year, often failing to secure clean sheets in away matches during the 2024-25 season. Twente also enjoys a strong head-to-head record against this opponent, especially at this location. They have triumphed in 4 of the last 5 encounters at this venue and have suffered only 1 league defeat at this stadium in the past 2 decades.
So given the report that we have there, we think that the home team to win either of the halves will be the safe way to play this one today at another 1.23 in that sporting event. Moving on, next sporting event we have is the game between Slavia Praha and Hradec Kralov. And here's insight about this sporting event taking place today for those who will be looking to back it.
Slavia Prague has not faltered at home in the league this season. They are expected to secure their 14th consecutive win against Hradec Kralov, although the visitors could pose a significant challenge. Earlier in the season, Slavia Prague needed 74 minutes to overcome Hradec Kralov in an away match. While it may not take as long this time, a solitary goal could suffice, as has been the case in 3 of their last 5 home games.
So given the report that we have there, we think that Slavia Praha should be able to win this game today, and that's priced at another 1.22 in that sporting event. Next sporting event is between Kaizer Chiefs and TS Galaxy FC. And here's insight about this sporting event for those who find it interesting and wish to back it.
Kaizer Chiefs are currently inconsistent, and it wouldn't be unexpected for them to lose points again. They have not secured a victory in their last 6 home encounters with TS Galaxy. This season, TS Galaxy has proven to be the stronger team compared to Kaizer Chiefs. They are likely to avoid a loss in this match and would be satisfied with a draw. In their last meeting, the game ended in a 1-1 tie, and we expect a similar result, predicting another low-scoring draw.
So given the report that we have there, we think that under 3.5 goals will be seen in a sporting event as a safe way to play this one at an odd of 1.17. Okay, guys. Next sporting event is game between Almeria City and Zwolle. And here's insight about this sporting event taking place today for those who will be looking to back it.
Almeria City and PSV Zwolle both broke their winless streaks with victories in their most recent matches. Almeria City triumphed over Willem II away, winning 2-0, while Zwolle achieved the same scoreline against Warwick at home. PSV Zwolle has shown progress in their recent away games, remaining unbeaten in 4 of their last 6 matches on the road. They also boast a strong track record against Almeria. In contrast, Almeria has been struggling with their form leading up to this match.
So given the report that we have there, we think that, the away team coming into the sporting event with 2 goals advantage handicap will be the safe way to play this one today, and expecting them to maintain that 2 goal advantage up until the end of 90 minutes at an odd of 1.20 in that sporting event. Next, and the final sporting event we have is an interesting game between 2 teams in form in Barcelona and Real Betis, and here's insight about this sporting event taking place today for your information, basically, and for you to make informed decisions from.
Barcelona's unstoppable pursuit of the championship progressed with a decisive 4-1 victory against Girona. This will not only preserve their 3-point advantage at the summit but also represented their 6th straight win in all competitions. On the other hand, Real Betis strengthened their chances for European qualification with an important 2-1 triumph over Sevilla in the Seville derby. They are gaining confidence on the road, having achieved consecutive away wins in the league as they gear up for this tough matchup.
Given the report that we have there, we think that it is safe to say, given the form of these 2 teams, either of them should be able to win at the end of 90 minutes. It's the safe way we're going to watch this game, expecting that either of them should win at the end of 90 minutes, just to keep our minds at rest and relax when we watch this interesting game today. And that's by another 1.16. Not much, but safe. Okay, guys. So these are the sporting events we have for you guys today, and the insights about these events, as well as safe market options, which are no expression of our opinions as far as outcomes go in these events for your use. Do not forget to carve out sleeps, more than one sleep basically, as you go about selecting these games today. We've left a video about how to do that, especially on weekends like this where we have a lot of events. You can see that on your screen now, so kindly watch that if you have to before you make your selections. Okay, create those winning sleeps basically, and do not repeat events on those sleeps. Okay, one event is okay on a sleep, do not repeat them because that can be counterproductive. Very important to note that. All right, we hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and we hope that you'll be able to find some value from what you've just watched here today. Now, another thing to note is there are factors that can affect the outcome of these events, especially when they're a lot like this. Factors like VAR abound. You have red cards. You have a team scoring an own goal. You have conceding penalty kicks. You have injury and fitness concerns to key players, important players, as the match is going on. These factors can affect the outcome of these events. I'm telling you this, so you should know that you have to gamble responsibly. That is another duty that you have to yourself, to make sure that you gamble responsibly and do not stake more than you can afford to let go of. All right. So that being said, another thing to note is that information provided on this channel is not in any way financial advice. We give you this information to help you make informed decisions, to educate you, and to keep you entertained as you go about watching all of these events in this weekend, especially, or any other day. All right, guys. That's the reason why we are on, this channel. Basically, that's why we set up this channel. We normally leave a 2-odd sleep every single day in our Telegram community. Okay, so you might want to join our community. You can find that link pinned in the comment section or in the bio or in the description of this video, so you can join the community. Okay, and interact with members or admins there, get closer to the team basically when you join that Telegram community, and get that 2-odd sleep every single day in the Telegram community. So try to join that community today. Okay, guys. Do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe if time coming across the channel, or you've been here, you've not done that, and turn your notification bells on. Very important, so that these three things, are basically you getting ready to do what we need to do every single day. All right, guys. So that being said, till we see again in the next episode, may the odds be in our favor always, guys. Peace out.